Okay.
Okay, so the object that I choose is the camera, and the origin is, to be short, is a tool created for studying lens and optics. It's called camera obscura, and the impact that this created is we are able to capture the moment of our life when the first photographic camera has been invented in 1827, sorry. And then the camera have been developed to be more compact in terms of size and easier to use until this day that we have a camera in our phone. In my opinion, the impact that camera made is like really big because it lets us to, as I said, able to capture the moment into the photo in such a meaning way. In my opinion, the camera itself, it just gives the feeling of nostalgia because the emotion that we have in that moment is like some kind of have been captured in the photo instead of the camera itself. That's why when we look at the photo that has been taken, we have a feeling like we can travel back to that time again. The t-shirt that this is the picture of my t-shirt. And the key message of this t-shirt is, as you can see in the picture, that my camera is behind the frame because I want it to be like the camera is just a tool used to capture the moment of your life. But the reality is there is no way to capture every moment of your life. So you should live it to the fullest as possible. And as I said, the context of this t-shirt is to just be a reminder. So it can be worn at any time or anywhere you want. But anyway, I suggest you to wear it like at home, not to be a formal place. And yes, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ree. Anyone in group YOLO would like to continue? Or before continue, any classmate want to say something or any thought? I think the meaning that he interpret is really touching. Yeah, like we cannot capture every moment, so we like live our life as best as we could. Yeah. And I think before continue, I will create a Jamboard in case, or Canva page in case anyone want to give any comment. Give me one moment. So we can like type about our thought and feeling about your framework too over there, okay? Let me start. but I don't know why this all is in Thai. That's why. About camera, right? Color. Live the moment and choose to capture. Okay. The main purpose is that we we may look at the video again, but if we did not look at the video, at least we have this note about what we have learned, and then I will upload it for us in the note. That's it. Okay. Okay, next person, please.
Yeah, John, I will be next.
Okay, I will start the record when you share the screen.
Okay, my name is Titipani Thasanai. My nickname is King. The chosen object is the sun. The sun is the biggest object of the solar system. It is one of the most powerful and significant things for all of us, humanity. If there wasn't the sun, there wouldn't be us either. The sun is the symbol of power. And the change and impact is the sun. Many people don't know that the sun are counted as an object. The sun are counted as an biggest object in the solar system. And in Thailand, we believe in the sun like a symbol of God because we call the sun as Phra Athit. The word Phra means Thep or Tevada, that means the angel that live in heaven. And in Japanese, there was many belief about the sun. That's the story about symbol of God too. So overall, the sun is the one of the most powerful symbol that everyone over the world gives it the meaning. Or the feeling toward the sun is the feeling of kindness and give us the power for the next day and give us the warm and cool like in the same time. In my t-shirt name Your Own Life. The concept is quite easy. If you take a look at the shirt, you will see the back shirt of a man who's standing against the cliff and the sun is rising. The man is represented to you who face the difficult problems every day. You stand against the cliff, and after you solve the problem, you are the one who shines like the sunlight and ready for the next day. As you can see in the picture, my shirt design is very simple. It's just like a sun shining through the dark. Yes, it is. Same as you, because you also shine like the sun on the shirt. You could wear this shirt when you want to start something new, or when you want some positive energy that's beat you, or when you want to give someone power as well. Believe me, the power of yourself is not less than the sunlight. You have your own light that shine and can give the positive energy just like the sun. There's just one thing you need to remember. No matter how dark it is, there's still light. And this is the beauty of the truth, beauty of the sun and the mankind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kitipa. I think everyone in the class also like absorb the feeling and positive energy that you give to us as well. Thank you.
So, hello, I'm Jedi, and the object that I chose to make the t-shirt is Darth Vader's helmet. This helmet first officially appeared in 1977 in the movie named Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. And as you can see, the helmet was inspired by the Nazi helmet that was worn in the World War II. And the idea started from being a scarf and was later changed to a helmet. Darth Vader's helmet was designed along with his suit to maintain and protect his burnt body. And its main purpose is to help Darth Vader breathe using the respiratory system inside the helmet. It can pump air, regulate his body temperature, and enhance his weak eyesight. In our society, people are replacing other person's face with the Darth Vader's helmet to indicate when a good person was being turned to a bad person. The helmet represents Darth Vader's feelings such as arrogance, fear, anger, etc. This attitude that Darth Vader has got him lured to the dark side by Darth Sidious and ruined the world. As you can see, these feelings, it betrays him. And this is the t-shirt of Darth Vader's helmet. And the name of this t-shirt is I Don't Have the High Ground. In the middle of the t-shirt, there is Anakin Skywalker's head on the left, which is the light side, and on the right, which is the dark side, he wears Darth Vader's helmet. The lightning bolt is in the middle for a smooth transition between the head and the helmet. And the name of the t-shirt is under the picture. This name comes from the fighting events of Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin Skywalker, when Obi-Wan said, "It's over, Anakin, I have the high ground." Anakin is very desperate to kill Obi-Wan, so he insists to fight him and ended up getting his limb cut off by Obi-Wan and being put on the Vader's suit. So this t-shirt can be worn on any occasion at any place. And it can remind us not to have bad attitudes that Darth Vader has, because it can destroy our life. You will always remember in your mind that fear, anger, thinking that you are powerful than others, etc., is the path to the dark side. So that is it for my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and may the force be with you.
Thank you so much, Darwin. I feel we are like travel with you to the world of Star Wars, and we also learn about like attitude as well. Thank you, Darwin. Please take your time if you want to write something. Yeah, could be just I love the video too. Like you don't have to write like really academic thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you may need to change the color, yeah, of your font when you write. Okay. So for some of you who just came or like left off and then come back, we have the Canva page where we can tell what we interested in your friend's story, or what would be suggestion that you have. Yeah, I will post it in the link once again. Because if you left the Zoom class and come back, you might not see the chat. Yeah. So I will post it here again. Whether I am your father. Yeah. I see some of your classmates still typing, so I would like the next presenter to share your screen. And
the idea of the t-shirt came from a certificate. For me, it represents a feeling of bucket. The certificate is issued by an educational institution to show that the education has been achieved. For me, in this country, the value of studying in each faculty is different. That make me decide to study something that would give me more stability. So my t-shirt is called I Hope, because I hope that one day our faculty or all professions in this country will have equal value, equal opportunity and stability, so that we can choose to do things that make us happier in life than that. For the lesson, I this t-shirt by taking the word happy in front of the certificate. This t-shirt can be worn in everyday life where it will reflect the thoughts of the wearer. Thank you.
Thank you very much ค่ะสองนภา and certificate. I think I might miss a little bit, but could you please explain a little bit more about certificate, please?
Certificate is something that issued by educational institution to show that you achieve education, something like that.
But you value more about the happiness of the person than certificate. Is that what I understand correctly or no?
Yes, I mean something like that.
Okay, thank you so much, Ka. Yeah, I remember when last 2 weeks, you mentioned to encourage people to like be able to work on the field that they are passionate about and can contribute to that field. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. I pause a little bit here so we can have some time on our canvas.
Okay, so I'm John Zohe, and my nickname is Ulysses. So the objects I've chosen for this presentation is the face mask. So the origin of the face mask, like the face masks were like surgical face masks were developed around 1900s, and a better versions were invented by scientists from Europe around 1960s. And they are especially used in clinics, hospitals, and pharmacy by health professionals during surgeries and certain healthcare procedures. So the reason behind choosing this object is to remind people to wear face masks properly during this pandemic. And the change in impact. And the designs of face masks has evolved over the years and affected our society as well. With the development of fashion industry, face mask became a fashion statement that people wear them just to get a better look. And with the development of technology, face mask became more advanced and more fashionable. And today, face mask takes over everywhere, and it has become an item for daily use in 2020 due to the life-threatening virus, which we all know as the COVID-19. It even became illegal for not wearing face masks in public areas and created a big impact to everyone's life. Philip. So although face masks were made for a better healthcare system, the only thing that appears into my mind is the tragedy and the sorrow of the people whenever I see or think of a face mask. Since the outbreak started, millions of people lost their lives and billions of people have been suffered from losing their loved one. And I'm guessing like some of us may probably lost our loved one during this crisis. And in addition, most people have gotten a hardship for their livelihood, and employment rates were rising due to this pandemic. Okay, this is the feeling, and the key message is that the purpose of choosing this subject is to remind people that we all shall not consider this pandemic gently and wander around blessedly without any face mask. When people witness the logo on the shirt, they could be able to aware more about the situation that we are facing. Furthermore, it could allow them to get vaccinated and end this face mask era, so that everyone will be able to enjoy any events or festival without any worries, and will be able to review more of their beauty without any face mask. And finally, we all will be able to enjoy more beauties of life. And the contents. Design is very flexible that you can wear this shirt regardless of time and place. For instance, the person around you can easily simply notice the shirt and raise more awareness even if you go and errand. However, the design will be the best option whenever you go to crowded places such as parties and gatherings to remind people to have fun and to also take responsibility of their action at the same time. Because if you are infected, you are not the only one who will get infected. You will infect your family, your loved one, and the people around you. And so this design here is that if you don't wear the face mask or break the rules of the face mask, you will probably have to go to your dead alley where it leads to your crystal. I didn't know I had to give a name for my share, so I just gave it a name called New Face, because we no longer had to. We can no longer have can show our face because we had to wear the face mask and it became like our new face. Yeah, and that's all. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much for sharing the feeling and the origin about the face mask and also the context and beautiful design to us. Thank you, Ulysses.
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn.
I choose the giant swing to present, and the origin is giant swing, or it's called เสาชิงช้า in Thai, is a structure that created to perform a โลชิงช้า ceremony in the Farm Hindu religion, and generally it refers to the swing pillars that are located in the front of Wat Sutat, Thep Wararam, and courtyard in front of the Bangkok City Hall. In truly tangible way, เสาชิงช้า is the immortal symbol of Bangkok for over 227 years, sharing an impact. It has been allowed for a very long time, so sometimes it was cleaning to maintain the red color, which is an obvious color to make it look clean. The red color is so unique and make giant swing known as a symbol of Bangkok. Even when tourists see giant swing, they will be know that it's in Thailand. In the past, giant swing was related to people because it was used in religious ceremonies. At present, the giant swing is one of our landmark and sign of Thailand. My feeling is I have been on a trip with my family, and there has Wat Sutat Rashavalanara, and a market and delicious foods. I feel the giant swing is an architecture that conveys the culture of Thai people in the past, because it's related to ceremonies, religion, and is also located at Wat Sutat. So giant swing is a tourist destination that foreigner tourists usually come and also nearby place. I'm really proud that giant swing was known by foreign tourists and was a symbol of Bangkok. So this is the t-shirt design. I designed the giant swing to the center and the front of the t-shirt. And the giant swing is a landmark and seems like a symbol of Bangkok. So I decided to emphasize the giant swing and fade around the giant swing feature to make it has a special dimension. And use a white t-shirt to make the giant swing look more obvious and compatible with the blue sky. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Phongvat. I feel like you guys bring us travel with you to the giant swing place and imagine with you when we go with friend or family there as well. So, thank you, ha.
The object that I shoot the base. The base is a really low pitched instrument that can perform in a very many ways. The bass is sometimes as a electric bass or just the bass. It's the rope guitar. It come in the middle of 1950. The large neck 16 of course. The bass has an ancient replacement the double bass in the mainstream music. It's a practicing instrument that resemble an electric or acoustic in the look of a sanctuary. The feeling that I have with bass, I like when I play the bass so much with a very low pitch. I can play metal or rock, but sometimes I play something more chill, like jazz, something like that. Go with the shirt. You see that I really don't have a concept or contact for the shirt. I really don't think that much about the shirt. So if you really want to wear, you just wear just your choice. Because it's just the shirt that you really choose to wear. Thank you.
Thank you very much ค่ะวลินทรเนาะ very beautiful design yeah. And I just learned from you that bass we play is very low pitch. I didn't know before. I actually cannot tell the difference between guitar and bass, but when you explain today, I am like, okay, I understand more.
Thank you.
Thank you ค่ะ
Hi, I'm Possible Kim, or you can call me God. My object is my object is the traffic light. The original of the traffic light is the robot in the South Africa. The signaling device position at the road. Its impact is traffic light has an impact on the road traffic. Is the gradually control the intersection, made the traffic change from the field that user people to the way to the wave. The feeling traffic light has you feeling the to you feeling. When you see it, make me the feel in control, and if there is in the made me to safety. T-shirt name is the is coming. Design is the traffic lights. Can be seen that I made the yellow light stand out because yellow light means slow down. Yellow light means slow down, but in the sociality is the accelerate as quickly as possible. In the speedometer, indicate the maximum speed during the yellow light with a little. The battery will be the supplement that indicate the speed car on the yellow light is the fastest. In the context, t-shirt is the lifestyle on the roads that people can wear general. This shirt is the design to the mock sociality on the street. The actually happen to the wear or the person see it with the yellow light on off the traffic lights. Thank you.
Thank you very much ค่ะพงศพัฒน์ so yeah sometimes because I see it often, sometimes I haven't really look at it and then think about it and explain my feeling about it. But when you look at it and then interpret it in your design, I can like have deeper understanding about the impact of the traffic light. Yeah. And your friend share as well here, the traffic light in Cambodia. We can only see them when the police are around. Oh, no police, no red light. Oh my god. Oh, there was just in addition a little bit story that sometime in the US when there is cross junction, and if they often they will have like stop sign. Whoever like the tire stop first, we have to always stop, right? We have to always stop. But if we come first, or like when we stop first, then we are the first to go. So it's like you keep one at a time, like when you stop and then you go, and then the next one that came like go. So they do not have a lot of traffic light, except in like New York. That one will have a lot of traffic light. Yeah. And go back to the sun. Okay, your friend also mentioned that. Oh, this one I mentioned. I don't know who mentioned, but they mentioned that has appreciate meaning that could inspire somebody regarding the sun. Okay. Okay, let me take a look at the palette. Okay. Supaseka. This one I will need to share for you, right?
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay.
This sorry, Ajahn. Like the electricity has gone since the morning, Ajahn. And right now I'm living in the dark in my house, Ajahn. Really sorry, Ajahn.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry.
Or you can hear me clearly, right, Ajahn? Because
yes.
I am outside, Ajahn, and there might be like some disturbing noise from the nature, Ajahn.
No problem. Thank you for still joining the class. Supaseka. When you're ready, you can present.
Thank you, Ajahn. So right now it's recording, right, Ajahn? Sorry,
Yes.
Ajahn. So yes, and this is my object, everyone. This is cow, huh? And for the origin of the cow, well, cow is one of the first domesticated animal by mankind for many decades. And actually, cow doesn't provide only meat, but also manure. Some cultures use this as an infrastructure for like the building, like the African people. I'm not sure who they are, but well, and also they also provide milk. And many people view cow as a very significant thing that could not be lost. So they teach their children to understand the value of the cow. And for the change and impact, in many cultures, such as in India, they use mainly a dairy product for food, which means like they rely on cow very much. This also leads to like the beginning of the myth that cow is a holy animal. Cow is representative of divine and natural beneficence and should be therefore be protected and venerated. They even had a dispute with the English Empire when they were forced to use a bullet that is oil with cow fat. I think this might be in around like 19th century, when there is like the Punjab rebellion or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think this event is it really exists, Ajahn. And for the feeling, Ajahn, well, we can see the cow in many novels, stories, laws, and many things, especially in like the movies, Ajahn. But cow in general, it represents the kindness of mother, the gentleness, comfort, and also like plentiness, Ajahn. And next slide, please, Ajahn. Thank you so much, Ajahn. Oh, really sorry, Ajahn. Oh, so and yes, this is my teacher design. It's called a holy shirt, Ajahn. And Yeah. Oh, my apologies, John. Well. All right. First thing. Define from object you choose to move. Well. Like in this meaning that I chose, well, the cow has been associated with various deities, notably Shiva, whose deed is Nandi. Abo is male cow. How do you say that? Not sure. Or in Thailand we call say Prasiva. And also they have like the relation with Prain or Indra. Well, is closely associated Kamadenu, the wish granting cow. And for me, the cattle is very, very I really love cattle, John, because I love cheese and milk, especially when it is on like butter chicken or pizza. And sorry, John. Well, sorry, John, I forgot my point. Moment, John. Well, the dairy product, but above all is the fact that cow is very, very lovely for me. I used to go to like a very countryside of my city, and yeah, I really love seeing cow like just walking around, eating, and yeah, just pooping. And well, it just reminds me of the being in the country life. And plus with the sorry, Ajahn. Can you zoom in the cow picture, Ajahn, like on the T-shirt? Well, yes, Ajahn. Like zoom in, Ajahn. On the cow, Ajahn. Sorry. Well, recently, like in Bangladesh, there were newly released world record of the world tiniest cow, Ajahn. And this cow is called Rani. It actually is a female, but as a, I just saw this new in like the Facebook feed, and I think like wow, that cow is very, very attractive, very, very lovely. Yes, and I think it might be like a positive power that I could show this to the other person as well. Also, yes, Ajahn, that is for all my detail about the cow. And lastly, Ajahn, about the context, Ajahn. Blessing content should be seen every day, like every place and by anyone, Ajahn. Like in this nowadays, Ajahn, people get so stressed in this day, Ajahn, like because of the work or like the pandemic problem. And what I think is that people should take a break, Ajahn, like and go out and yeah and see the tiny cow, Ajahn. And this is why I think this church is very, very in need, Ajahn. Thank you so much, Ajahn.
Thank you so much, Super Sek. Very inspiring topic that you share with us, and about the blessing and from the tiny cow too. Yeah, this remind me when I was at the Merced, California. Yeah, there are a lot of cow next, like the fence of the university, and then you will see a lot of cow like over there. So that's where I took a break as well, and then go back to work later on. Yeah, feel refreshing. Okay. Thank you, Super Sek. I will pause.
My chosen object is a cheese. The origin of cheese is actually a mystery to us, as there was no recorded instance of when the first cheese was made. We only know that cheese predated recorded history about 8,000 BCE. Now, the thing with cheese is that it has impacted many of the cold weather climates and people who live in the mountains where vegetables are scarce and their main source of food is meat and dairy. So cheese has certainly helped human civilizations in many ways by allowing them to survive the cold, harsh environment they are living in. Now, my feeling towards cheese is very sad because I cannot eat cheese without repercussions, as I, along with many other people on Earth, are lactose intolerant, meaning we do not have the enzyme lactase needed to break down the lactose contained in cheese and many other dairy products. Now, my t-shirt name is called the All-Father Saint Cheese, because if cheese was a god, this is its ultimate representation, its physical manifestation. This represents all the aspects of the ancientness of the cheese, how cheese became what is essentially a survival food to now a luxury food if you want the actual high quality cheese. Like, for example, a roll of Parmigiano Reggiano is probably going to cost 2 iPads. And the context here is you can actually wear this shirt anywhere you want. It is not that provocative, but it would be nice if someone were to wear this in a Rastafarian church. Now, interestingly enough, a Rastafarian church is a church that believes that a spaghetti monster is God. So cheese and pasta, you should wear this in a Rastafarian church. So yes, that is my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miko. Like, you bring classmate and I like to the world of like cheese, and also like the history and also the feeling about your perspective toward like their cheese as well. Yeah, and I look into it a little bit here. May I share like with you guys here? It's called like vegan cheese, or the plant-based cheese, or the non-dairy product one. I'm not sure whether it's come into Thailand yet, but it's just an idea, like, so we can see a little bit here. So here, this one, they said it's made from like cashew and almond. So think I myself would like to buy it and try it as well. Yeah. And oh, and I remember last 2 weeks that I talked with your team, Miko and like Super Say, right? I share about the Huma cheese, which is the biggest cheese company. I can share the screen a little bit here. So this one, you can see that this is the company that they make cheese, and they sell their brand only at their factory. But when they but other brand like ask them to prepare cheese for their own brand. This is the biggest cheese company in the US. Okay. And I and my sister had the opportunity to visit there as well. So it was a great experience. They have like cheese tasting as well. Yeah.
Okay, so the object that I choose is a computer. So the origin of the computer is in 19th century. The main purpose of the computer is actually just calculation, but it's now like, you know, grow bigger and bigger. So the change and the impact that the computer makes it become more and more important to our lifestyle, and it become more and more needs to ourselves. And it's like a big opportunity in this century right now. Some people even said that the computer, sometimes it might take our life, or it might grow more and more that we can't even control them. But I think it's just here to just serving us and making us use as a tool or something like that. The feeling that I have toward the computers, in my opinion, the feeling that I have is about inspirations, because when I was young, my dad bought me a computers, right? And at that time, I kind of know that, it's some mystery things that I want to use and, make something out of that. And it is a inspiration for me to study in computer science. And the object that the teacher design that I have called the age of opportunities. So there are a lot of things, not only in computer, right? There are a lot of things in the past that have been used by human as a thing to what is called growing the human cultures or something like that. And then I list all of them, in my opinion, that have the major change to human historical, which is a fire, the stone tool, so human can hunt, and the farming tool, so human can do the agriculture, and the steam engine, which the big change, right? And oil, and right now the technologies, the computers. And in these pictures, I kind of do like a collage pictures of them all, and put the hand on the bottom of it, so we know that the hand control everything that they are in a opportunities. So that could mean that we use them to grow, and also there is a fire over the hand, right? This one can be used as a sign of, if you use them, but if you don't, if you use them too much, or if you kind of do something bad about it, they can burn yourself, something like that. So it's like two-sided sword, something like that. And the context is the t-shirts. This t-shirt can be wear in everyday life, so it can remind you that the opportunity is everywhere around you. And this one can be where when you have a big day to present something, or a big day that you have the opportunity comes to your life, it can warn you that, hey, you need to use it. You need to use this opportunity carefully, or sometimes it might turn into something else very, very bad. Thank you.
Thank you very much, City Show. So we all can see how you interpret is on your shirt as well for the computer science. And I also glad to know that is also part of why you choose your major as well. Okay? And I also have experience with computers since I was like quite young as well, because I remember my dad brought it home, but at that time I like it too, but I didn't like think about this major. Maybe I did not like study about it or I don't know, but I just feel that sometimes there is a experience that we have that when we connect it, then we can like build upon it too. So keep that side with you when sometimes like maybe we can study about this as well. Yeah. Okay, I pause here.
Thai and Muay Thai gloves. The origin of Muay Thai is the true origin and history of Muay Thai is actually a subject of debate. However, that the art of Muay Thai originated as a form of unarmed combat used in warfare, and the change of Muay Thai is in the past, Muay Thai became a way of life for people of Siam. One of the most famous stories of Muay Thai came via the Great Nai Khanom Tom during Ayutthaya period. And now in the Ratanakosin Kingdom era, Muay Thai was formally become a national sport where rules and regulations were introduced. The old Muay Thai style that called Muay Boran had changed to modern style. And now Muay Thai became the one of the crucial culture of Thailand. Muay Thai also related to the religion. We can see from the boxes of it that have a cultural and spiritual significance. Traditionally, these are blades to provide a luck and protection. And my feeling to this object is, in my opinion, Muay Thai can represent about respect because Muay Thai is traditionally passed down from the master to a trainee. Fighters have a deep respect for their seniors. When we watch Muay Thai, we can also feel firmly from the fighter. They fight with the techniques and use their strengths. I also feel impressed when I watch Muay Thai because Muay Thai is a true Thai traditional that people should keep as long as possible. And the t-shirt that I have designed, this one I call it the creation of Muay Thai. The concept of this t-shirt is I have a text, the Muay Thai. I pick the color from the boxing glove, which is the blue and the red. And in the middle, I have editing the picture. This picture is originally from the picture named The Creation of Adam, which painted by Michelangelo. And I edit it by adding some Muay Thai elements in it. I want to show that the Muay Thai is original from Thailand, and this is our creation. And in the back of the shirt, I have a text "Be different." The meaning of this text is mean if you want to be a champion or you want to win something, you need to be different from the others. The context of this shirt it can be wear in any event. It's suitable for everyone to wear. And if you want to show your impression about Muay Thai or you want to show the Thai culture to other people, and yes, you can wear this t-shirt. And that's all of my presentation. Thank you.
Yes.
The topic is the zebra crossing, and the first topic is origin. Zebra crossing was created 2,000 years ago in Bombay. For the people can walk across the street without getting in the way of cars and water drain. In 1930, there are attempts to bring back something to warn about danger on the street. So they put metal pin in the street to tell the driver slow down and choose the signal light to tell the people on the street. And then the signal light has been changed to painting the color on the street. The original color was yellow, blue, and white red. Until 1951, the color has been changed to white, black, become well known as zebra crossing. And the next topic is change and impact. Zebra crossing become a sign of the developed country in terms of safety for people on the street. It comes and preaches the old past to help solve uneasiness for elderly. It has changed due to the need of the road using with arise strong the year after the development of transportation. Technically, the accident rate should be reduced if anyone obeys the laws and in educate society. But in chaotic society, not at all. And the last topic is the feeling. The zebra crossing in general represent the safety and the discipline of the road user. Is where walking people share the road with the car user. By walking on the crosswalk, it requires much passion, respect toward the another user. Although zebra crossing in Thailand is the opposite of all those things that written above, law isn't strict enough to enforce people to walk on crossing line, even though there are people who walk on that line, but they have to face the danger on the road because most car users in Thailand that not care people who walk on that line. So I think zebra crossing in Thailand make people feel more fear and more fear more than safe. And the name of t-shirt is more safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachanon. Since every one of us might have opportunity to drive or you already drive, so I would encourage you guys as a driver. I need to be careful myself too, like when we drive and then when we saw the zebra crossing, right? If we saw that the car stop, right? When they stop, we can expect that someone crossing. So do not go fast, right? So that happened with me, right? When I see the car stop, I'm like, hey, what happened? And then I slow down, and yes, someone is crossing the zebra crossing, and the person do like this for me because I stop, right? So the person who walked do like thank you to me, in other words, yeah. So thank you, ha.พัสพลสะดวกไหมเอ่ย
Yes.
โอเคค่ะ
Great. Okay, for the object for my t-shirt is about coffee. So the origin of the coffee, the ancient coffee has been discovered in the forest on the Ethiopian plateau. Legend says that the goat herder Galde first discovered the potential of these beloved beans. And coffee cultivation and trade has begun on the Arabian Peninsula by the 15th century. Coffee was being grown in the Yemeni district of Arabia. And the change and impact of it. So we have seen the racism happen all around the world. And I even had experienced it myself. And I say we should do something about it. So this idea has turned into the t-shirt. So the feeling of it, when I see the picture of the coffee, it's not just a coffee, but I feel the taste of it. And I think it's a combination of art and drink. Yeah. So the t-shirt name is called Never Been Racist. The concept of this t-shirt is extremely simple. I'm trying to stop racism by simply distracting people from discriminated others to come drinking incredibly taste of coffee. As I mentioned everything about the concept of this t-shirt above in the impact on the section that we know that we the people should make an action about it. And those who discriminate others' race, they all should be ashamed of themselves. Yeah, in the context, you can wear that anywhere you want. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing with us about the coffee and also that coffee can be the combination of art and drink, and also can help us aware about the issue of racism as well. And we all, as a human, we can take an action to aware about this situation. So thank you so much, Pasapon.
Okay, so the object I chose is guitar. And for the origin of guitar, as most of us would know, guitar is a fretted musical instrument which we use to play music. It comes in various sizes and types, for example, electric guitar, a bass guitar, and each with its own unique sound. So the guitar was originated in Spain in early 16th century, deriving from guitarra latina. It's a late medieval instrument with a wasted body and 4 strings. Originally, the guitar had 4 strings. However, from the 16th to 19th century, many changes were made to the guitar, leading it to have 6 strings. The guitar is widely played in folk and popular music in many countries. There are many types of guitar, such as a lead guitar for solos, another for rhythm, a bass guitar to play bass lines. I got a guitar as a birthday gift from my father, and I have been playing guitars as a hobby. So I enjoy playing guitar as it helps me relax and appreciate music. For the change from guitar is that guitar is the single most popular musical instrument in the world today, and it has existed for a long time. As people in older times were not able to have music recordings, they could use guitar or other musical instruments to play and listen to their own tunes or create the music on their own. The guitar has changed massively on how it looks throughout history. In the starting, the guitar might have looked like with a long fretted neck, flat wooden soundboard, ribs, and a flat peg. But now it has changed a lot and looks completely different. The electric guitar, which arrived in 1930s and became viable in 1940s or 50s, has changed the trend of popular music, thereby also changing the culture in an unchangeable way. You can now entertain a huge crowd in a concert theater or power a dance hall with just a couple of guitars, a bass, and a drummer, enough to make them one of the best music instruments, or if not, the best musical instrument of history. Various feelings can be associated with guitar. In my mind, guitar is a method of expression of thoughts through music, which can, if performed skillfully, touch other people's heart. We see playing guitar as a form of mindful escapism, a way to create a space between an individual and their busy mind. The music played from guitar can make you feel calm, soothing, and at the same time, while playing and messing with the guitar, we can feel playful and creative as we explore new music. Energetic music created by guitar connects to the heart of younger generation. Quote by me. So this is my t-shirt. I call it Winged Melody. It has a guitar and some notes. So the t-shirt has main purpose of this t-shirt is to show how the guitar can be used as a medium to represent human emotions and skill. How people make music which affects other people. Music plays a certain role in people's life, be it for entertainment, career, practice, study, etc. Music is an art which can touch people's heart, and each person has their own preference in music. And guitar is a means to produce music. Thus, by having the guitar on the t-shirt, it symbolizes how to express emotions. In addition, the notes in the shape of wing express freedom and motivation. The use of different colors is to emphasize creativity and ingenuity. As the t-shirt has the design of the guitar on it, it will signify how you hold importance to music, and it will generally create a joyous atmosphere around you whenever you wear it. And if you love music and love guitar, you should wear this t-shirt in order to show your love for guitar. As this t-shirt is not very fancy, you can wear it anywhere and on most occasions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach. I keep smiling. I think your classmates are too. For anyone who like, I don't know. I think everyone, not anyone. Very I'm what? So I haven't like seen or feel toward like the benefit of guitar and music, like very as I don't know how to explain in words, but I feel it very touching. Yeah, it's very touching about the like now I understand about the meaning of music to me as a person more. Yeah, so thank you. Your friend also share on the canvas. I will read for you guys a little bit too. And take a look at the Padlet first so the next person can prepare. Kanasi, please prepare to present next.
For the object that I chose is the candle. The candle is originated in Han, China around 200 BC. These early Chinese candles were made from whale fat, and during the Middle Age, tallow candles were most commonly used for the chain and impact. Before the invention of electric lighting, the candles and oil lamps were commonly used for illumination. And in the developed world today, candles are used mainly for their aesthetic value and sense, particularly to send a soft, warm, or romantic ambience. And for the emergency lighting during the electrical power failures. And for the religious or ritual purpose. For the feelings, the candle can represent feeling of peacefulness or hope. In the context of Thai culture, the candle can be a symbol of religion, which stay with Buddhism for a long time. And in the other context, the candle can be the light for people who stay in the dark, which means the hope for the helpless. This is my t-shirt named Candle. The purpose of this t-shirt is due to be a reminder for people about hope. That means even in darkness, there are like a problem that always has a solution at the end. For in our current society, people will face much stress, pressure, especially in a pandemic situation. That we have less communication to the others. Some people find a spiritual anchor that they think they will help them pass through these obstacles. For the context, this t-shirt is supposed to be worn in everyday life and like a normal casual t-shirt that you can wear anytime that you want. And in addition, a fire on the candle will be a symbol of peacefulness that will stay with you anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanasi. Oh, so yeah, the meaning of the light that you share with the class, so it's like also like hope as well, right? So when there's a problem or issue that happen in our life, sometimes there are people who support us as well. Yeah, for example, when my sister have to travel with 3 transition of the bus, her teacher find volunteer to help drop my sister off. So that one can be seen as like the lighting, like the light that come in the dark as well. And then later we can find other solution. For example, move closer to the school, or like let she drive, something like that. So thank you, gonna see.
Peak to make a pattern or write it on papyrus paper. Then it's become a pen that using a feature and dip it ink to write down on a paper. Changing of pen for me is not that much because it's always used for the same purpose. Pass on idea, no matter what, create, writing, learning. In my opinion, impact from pen is make much easier to record story or knowledge or everything. So people can pass it from generation to generation. Even nowadays, pen is still developed, such Apple Pencil that many people use it nowadays. Development make it easier and easier to use and pass our idea on. For feeling, for me, pen is the most creative tool because you can use it to create anything with just a pattern of lines, such as art, poet, song, story, or it can come from just using pen. Okay, and this is my t-shirt name coin. I know it's just about concept that sometimes something has 2 sides, like love can turn to pain. This design is another art form using pen. We call this one epigram. This design just want to remind about the 2 sides of no matter what that things. Such people can see love, but it can turn to pain. People can see successful, but don't know how difficult before can take it. People might see only what they will get, but never know what they will lose. Everything have 2 sides, so don't be biased with anything before you know well about 2 sides of it. About this t-shirt is supposed to can worn in any event, in casual, such home or hangout. Design in black and white, so I think it's easy to match the clothes. Okay, that's it. Thank you,ครับ.
Thank you so much, Padanai. So yeah, and so we learn about like the 2 sides of the font as well. Like Padanai interpret it on his design that the word can read in different direction, right? And and so we can appreciate on how things that could have 2 different sides before we make any decision in our life, right? Thank you.
And the object that I choose is guitar. The origins of guitar are around 3,400 years ago. The instrument that looked like guitar appeared in Asia, Middle East, and later in the year 1000 in Syria. The kathala was born as a musical instrument that made up a wooden box with an oval shape, but it did not have a neck. And in the 14th century, medieval musicians of France did the musical using a term, guitarra, that's which when translated is what the guitar. And then after that, the guitar is become popular. And the new innovations of guitar is electric guitar that make the sound profile louder and clearer. And the electric guitar have appeared the new of music genre, such as the rock music. And because of the acoustic guitar make you feel that the sound is chill and relaxed. But The sound of electric guitar make you feel steady, so it makes the song more enjoyable. And my feeling about this object are, it makes me feel happy when I see it. I think about any song that me and my friend are singing together while I'm playing guitar in the class. Furthermore, I feel a little sad because when I was a child, I had learned the guitar. Then I feel lazy, so I stopped learning that. But now I want to learn that again. So I have thought that I shouldn't stop learning guitar when I was young. This shirt is the t-shirt, and the main purpose is the guitar. Guitar is the one instrument that anybody know, and many of them like to play because it seems like easy to play and sound is really beautiful. And the word guitar will show that you love the guitar, and the sentence is you know my name, not my story. Will tell that most people know the name of this instrument that is guitar, but they don't really know about the history of guitar. Like like the person who wear this shirt, that many people know the person name, but not really know the story of them. And the context is this shirt design look comfortable, so you can wear it every day in your daily life. And this shirt will tell that you are the person who love guitar, and the shirt will make the other people want to know you more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Walanyu. And I recall that Kush also present his work on guitar. If you already know each other or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Then I think you guys can discuss about guitar and music together too. And also Rinton, he play bass, right? So some fundamental could be some part that are in common too. So, yeah. And I didn't like, I learned from you that the sound of electric guitar is more stable. And I appreciate that you share your feeling about guitar when you play guitar with us as well. Yeah. And I maybe one day or you can record and share with the class too, or if you already record, you can share with us your music as well. Yeah. Thank you,